Enscape is a plugin for rendering, and this plugin can be used in Revit, in SketchUp, in Rhino, and Vectorworks. So there are other softwares also like Revit. So let me show you from where you can download this software. So enscape3d.com is the website, and there you will find out all the details about this Enscape and also all the features. So let me show you about all the features. So the main features is the real time within just loading in this plugin, you will get the realistic output. You can visualize the realistic image or the visualization with proper materials which you have placed in your Revit or the other software like SketchUp. So in the real time, you will get the rendering and also the walkthrough you can create. So within just a few hours or few minutes, you will get your rendering and walkthrough. That's the best part. And you can also connect through your VR headset to experience a uh, real live real experience, realism you can experience with the help of VR headset, and you can export like all the images the day image, the night image all together. Okay, and you can also export 360-degree panorama view. You can export the video after creating it and standalone a single image also. Here you can apply some atmosphere effects like fog or this cloud. You can apply the weather you like to apply. So that is possible here. So here you can see this. This is this is the current, and as per this, so here some examples are given. You can see. Okay, so these changes can be applicable in our Inkscape plugin as well. So how you can download, let me show you that. So at the bottom, you will get this free student license option. Click on this free student license and fill up all the details and choose what is the right host software. So accordingly, you will get the software you can download and you can install it. And we have asset library for Enscape. Enscape has its own assets like these trees and some other human vehicles. So accordingly, you will apply all this asset. So for better output, and also we can collaborate also with information with some information. So that is also available like this BIM info. You can have all this information about all the components. So that is also available here, and we have this custom assets option. This is the new option which is available for the latest version. Okay, and we have this ortho view. So you can also render the top view or the front view. Okay, and we have this collaboration option. So let's come into the software itself. Okay. When you install this Enscape, you will get this plugin. Sorry, this plugin installed, and you get this tab here, and all the options are available. Right now, you see that these options are right now grayed out or deactivated. So you need to start within. Uh, within Inkscape, then you can take the screenshot, you can like render the video or render the panorama. And for that also we have some setting option, like the visual settings option are available. So for rendering output, what will be these settings? So I will apply all these settings, and I will show you practically. For image output, what will be the settings for atmosphere, for this capture? So all these settings are available here. Okay. Uh, Now about the licensing, come to this general settings. Here we have this licensing option. If you are entering in license key, you can come to this enter license key and can activate it. Okay. And about the performance, so these options are selected. Grass rendering. Okay. These options are selected. And here we have preference options. Okay, so what will be the preference? Accordingly you will set. And material selection as per the appearance. So what you have applied uh, on your Revit component, as it appear in Revit, it will be the material in Enscape. All right. Now you can go for this start option, and before starting it, let me place some asset from Enscape. So come to this asset library, and there you will find out all the assets, and also you can search for any particular asset like vehicles or cars. You can search for cars. So here we have all the list. So here you can click. Just a second, it takes time to load. Yeah, so it's loading right now. And we have all the assets related to vehicles. So we can put some cars over there. Okay, so here you can see we have all this list. All right. So now let me just choose any of this, and now let me place it over there. Just click and wait for a minute, and here it will be placed. Click over there, and it is placed. Right now you can escape or right click cancel it. Now again, if you need to place some more, so you can also place. So like people, you can go to this people option. Let me go to this option, mail. Okay, so right now these are placed, and now if you need to change the orientation of these objects, so you can just simply press space bar and you can change the orientation. All right, and with the arrow keys you can move them. Okay, so that is possible here. And after placing all this asset, if you render in Revit, so these assets won't be visible with proper uh, material and proper visualization. Like this object is like a mesh model. These objects are like a mesh model right now, but when you open in Enscape, these will be looking like a proper car and proper man and the proper object, but these assets cannot be rendered in Revit. These objects only rendered in Enscape. Okay, so here even if you try with rendering mode, so that won't be visible. Here you can check. So for that, let's go to this start option, and here if you have any particular view created, so that you can switch, like you can create some more views, some specific views you can create, and you can render those. So for that, you have to select what will be the view you want to uh, render in Inkscape. Choose that. So right now this is selected. This is only the view which is created. And then after selecting it, you can go for start and the Inkscape will be opened. I hope this is visible right now, right? This Inkscape window is visible, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So now let me come to this setting option, visual settings. All right. So here we have all these things are applied. So here you can see that the horizon is set to source town. So that's why we were getting that background in the landscape, the town atmosphere if it's were there. Okay. So if you apply this setting, visual settings, horizon source, so that there, if you change like this construction site or skybox or clear, okay, so there you will see the change. All right, so that you can apply. Okay, now let me come to this rendering option, and here this autofocus should be checked. This option should be checked. Okay, and about all this I will come later. Now let's place and let's navigate around this model. To navigate around this model, we have our arrow keys. So if you press the up arrow, so you will move forward. If you press the back arrow, uh, so you will move backward, and the left arrow for moving left side, and right arrow for moving right side. And you can also do this with W, A, S, and D. And to move upward towards the sky, you can go with E. And if you are coming towards the ground, you can press Q for the bottom. Okay, like this way. All right. And now we have the fly mode and the walk mode. So that these two modes are already aware. We have learned in Naviswork, right? Uh, Now let's go forward, and I'm going forward, and if I want to go forward faster, so that I will hold the W and the arrow key, the W and the arrow key both together, and you see that I'm moving faster. And if I'm pressing S and down arrow, so I'm moving backward faster. Okay, so this way I can uh, navigate, right? And you can change the fly mode and walk mode. Okay, now I'm orbiting around. So with the right click, I'm orbiting around this object. Okay, and here what I'll do, I will zoom in and I will press the space bar so that I can come to the walk mode. And on this ground, I can walk around. So if I want to walk faster, so what I'll do, I will hold the W and the arrow, right? And if I want to move more faster, so then I will hold Control W and the arrow key. Okay, so hold the control, just holding control, the W or S, you can move faster like this. Okay, and if you want to rotate around, just being at that position without changing your position, if you want to rotate around, so then hold your left mouse button and then move your mouse around the model. Okay, and also you can hold your left click and all the WASD, you can alter your movement with rotating your screen this way. And you can also connect to your VR headset to have the real realism effect. Okay. And now suppose you want to change the time of your scene. So for that, hold right click and shift and then move your mouse towards the left to like go backward to the time. And if you want to move forward to the time, so then hold shift and right click and move your mouse towards the right side. Okay. And at the bottom of your right side screen, you can see the time. Okay. At the bottom right side, you can see the time. So right now it's 3 o'clock and I'm moving right side. Okay. and as per that, I'm getting the time. All right. Now we have the option for all our information, that is B for all the information. Now, if you select this and related to this column, we have all this information. Okay. So these informations are available in your Revit software. Okay, there you edit all these things, but here also you can see all the informations. Okay, so that is the shortcut B, that is for BIM for the information. And we have another option that is for collaboration. And here you can create some issues if there are some issues. So here also you can create some issues. So you all know how to create some issues. So just click on this create issue, and there you can just put, just a second, it's rendering the image. Just select this. Okay. And you can change the issue position if it is needed, like this. Click on here. Okay, so this will be the issue position, and give it a name. Suppose all the columns height or anything, like all the right issues, you will put the title, and the description you will put here. Okay, and this will be the create date, and after providing all this, you will save it. Okay, so right now I'm canceling it. So this way you can create some issues while rendering it. If you found any issues, no no delay, you can create that issue right away at the right location. So that option is available in Inkscape also. So that is the most important part of this Enscape. It makes it the part of the BIM. Now we have options for creating walkthrough. So for that we have the video editor. So for that, let's click on K. Let's press K option, and the video editor is open right now. And now for each movement you place keyframe, and at that keyframe it will be recorded. The movement of your camera, it will be recorded. Okay, so now let's go for it. And here I'm placing, just a second, let me come here, and let me rotate the screen like this. Yeah. Okay, so now I will add one keyframe over there, and make sure if you are at the ground, if you are at the ground, so make sure you have switched the fly mode to work mode. Okay, you need to switch the fly mode to work. So that is selected right now. The work mode is selected, and you can change the view also. Like right now the perspective view is selected. You can make it 2-point perspective also. So you will see like this. And right now this is the 1-point perspective is selected, and you can also make it orthograph. So within this video editor, this is not available, the ortho mode. Uh, Out of this video editor, you can available the ortho mode option. Now let's start the video editing, and here I will add one keyframe. So one keyframe is added. Now let's move. Okay, so here I can add another keyframe. So this keyframe is added right now. And if you want to preview, you can go for the preview. So at the last, we will check the preview. And now let's move. And here I can add another keyframe. Let's add another keyframe over there. Add another keyframe like this. Here, let's add another keyframe. So navigating my mouse with WASD and the left key, left mouse button. Okay, add another keyframe. There you can see this camera path has been created. Okay. Let's add another keyframe over there. Now I will press E button to move upward. Let's add another keyframe over there. Now let's add another keyframe. So this is the path we have created. All right. And now let's go for the preview. Let's see. So you can see this is the real-time walkthrough which we have created right now. Okay, so that is created. And now if you need to go to this camera, okay, here you have this position, and there if you need to change the field of view, so like that you can change the field of view. You can change the time also, and if you want to give any timestamp, so there you can right now this timestamp is not applicable. Okay. Okay. So the timestamp is not applicable here right now. So you can just change the time of this day like this. You can change the time of this day. So for the next keyframe, let's go to the next keyframe. That is the next keyframe, and there you can change some time over there like this way. You can change some time. Come here and let's change some time. So this way you can make some changes after creating it and click on apply, right? Now let's go back. Here you can see, and you can select this camera also here. Me just come here and here. You can select this camera also, and you can directly come to that keyframe. Okay. So that is also available here, and here you can do the changes again. So right now let's come back again, and this is the path which is created right now. Okay, and let's click on this preview. All right, now if you want to come back to the normal video editor mode, then press escape. Okay, and you can click on this leave. So don't worry about it. It is saved. You can come back to that video editor for K, and that is created. So you can leave right now. Okay, and then come to Revit, and here you can see that all these options, all these tools are activated right now. About this take screenshot, this render image into document, batch rendering, these options are available. You can go for this export option. You can create a 3D view, uh, and this camera path is there. You can save the path if you need to save the path, and you need to choose that camera path for another file. So you can save this path, and when the time will come, you will choose the same option, load path. Okay, and we have this video editor option. Okay, and we can render the video. So for rendering this video, it will take time. So right now I'm not rendering the video. So I will suggest you guys that render some walkthroughs for your project and try it. Okay, so it will be very simple. Just click on this render video and define the folder, give it a name, and then save it. And there the render video will be saved, and we can render 360 panorama also. Now let me show you about this visual settings, and here let me open this Inkscape. There let me show you. Okay, so let's have this view right now, and now let me change this outline. So you can give more outline, like a sketchy mode you can apply. So just a second. Yeah, so here you can uh, make it like a sketch. Okay, so that kind of style you can provide with this outline, and you can change the mode also, like you can make it whitish. So these are the mode, or these are the styles which you are applying. So this kind of application is available here. Okay. And you can make it final if it is needed, like this. Okay, so kind of energy analysis. So these things are available here. Okay, so right now let's click on this none option here, and the camera exposure. So this is set to auto exposure, and this is the exposure control. So you can choose like the exposure, you can increase or decrease the exposure for more brightness if you need. So you can change. And about the projection, so that is set to perspective. You can set to 2 point, and accordingly you will have. You can make it orthographic also, like this. You can make it orthographic. So the perspective option is better, and need to change. Uh, I'm rotating with the right mouse button and then space. So I'm right now in work mode. And here we have some autofocus option. So let me come to this model. Okay, now we have some autofocus option. So about the focus and focal point. So if you choose this autofocus option, so it will like this focal point will be activated. And if you click on this autofocus, so it will automatically uh, set a focal point, and you cannot manually change this focal point. Right now, let me show you that. If I uncheck this autofocus, right now I can change the focal point. And if I change this focal point to this, or if I increase this focal point, you see that I'm getting the options like these are. Just a second, let me change to 50%. The exposure is set to 50%. And here you can see that it's you can see that is the nearby object is out of focus. The outer objects are in focus. And here you can see this man is blurred right now. And now if I change this to this here, and here you can see that all these objects are blurred right now. And if I click on this autofocus right now, so you can see this all are in focus right now. Okay, so that we need to change as per the requirement, where we need to focus. Okay, like this. And here you can see. And accordingly you can change the depth of field for this focus. Okay, so you can change the focal point and change the depth of field. All right. Okay, so this will work together, the depth of field and the focal point option. Okay, so accordingly you can focus. All right. So that's how we do it. And we have the field of view. So FOV is already known to you. So like the camera angle we change. Okay, so camera lens angle we change, and accordingly we can add uh, or else you can understand that without changing the camera position, we zoom in or zoom out like this. Okay, so here we have another option that is called rendering quality. So you can change the rendering quality. You can have this maximum option, and after changing it, you can go for this reset to default. Now about image, so you can change the contrast, saturation, and about the effects. Now let me show you about this atmosphere. So for this fog, if you are applying more fog, so that you can provide like the intensity, you can make it more higher and the fog height. So like up to this height, you will see the fog. So that is available here. You can see some fogs, right? So that is available for your atmosphere. You can apply. All right, and wind options is also available. So when you are making walkthrough videos, you can apply wind, and wind direction you can apply. Okay, and these are the cloud density. Okay, so can increase or decrease the cloud density variety you can uh, give. Okay, so these options are available for your atmosphere, and in longitude how much it will be there, for latitude how much it will be there. So these are latitude cloud offset, these are longitude cloud offset. Okay, so these options are available, and you can like controls the amount of airplane visible in sky. Okay, so that is contrails, how much airplanes will be visible in the sky. So that is the option control contrails, and we have this option. So this is for high altitude. Okay, for this cloud option, and density is there. Okay, so these are the options, and for capturing. Okay, so what will be the captured image quality resolution? Here you can choose like Ultra HD or Full HD. These options are available here. And what will be the file format? The default folder is set, and here the file format will be JPG or PNG. So you can choose what will be the file format for the video, what will be the per second. So that is set here. And for the panorama, what will be the resolution? So am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, Now let's go for. Okay, sorry. I need to click on this start again. So without the internet, it will not work. Okay. So make sure you have a good internet connection. All right. Now you can see these are activated right now. Now we can take screenshot, we can render video, we can render panorama. So I'm going to click on this render panorama right now. Let's render it, and here you will see this option. When it will be completing, you will see. So this is the progress, and this is completed. Just more few seconds. Okay, so the panorama rendered option is completed, and this is for cardboard headset also, or Google Cardboard option is there. Okay, this is for that, and you can go for this manage uploads. Okay, and these options, this is the panorama which I created just right now, and this is stored here. Okay, and this is the preview. You can save this panorama to file. So this is not saved as a JPG file. It is saved. You can come to this document option, come to this document, and within this Enscape, this panorama is saved. You can see this is right now date modified. This panorama is saved as XML file. This is not saved yet as a JPG file format. This is as XML file within this within the server of Enscape. It is saved right now, and here you can click on this save panorama to file, and you can save it as JPG. Okay, so there you can save it as JPG file, and here you can go here you can go for this upload panorama to cloud. So it will be uploaded to the Enscape server. So after uploading it to the cloud, you can generate some QR codes. Okay, you can generate some QR codes. Here you can see that you can click on this save QR code to file. So let me save it here. It is saved. Okay, and if I open up, so this is the QR code which I generated. If you have any QR code scanner, just scan this QR code and you will see that 360-degree panorama image. Okay, if you have any QR code scanner, just scan this. Okay, so I'm closing it right now. All right, so this is how we generate panorama, and we can send this QR code to the client with just scanning the QR code. They can see the 360-degree panorama view of your model. Okay, and you can also copy the link address also. Okay, now let me close this, and we can take some screenshot over there. So let's take some screenshot and where it will be saved. So within this picture, let me save it. So Enscape batch Mars, and now let me save it. Okay, so it is done here. Now let me open it. Okay, so this is the file, and with it you can see that some other uh, options, other this is other type of images are saved as well. So this is the main file, and you can see this is the other type of file with some different colors. It is applied. Okay, so this is how we take screenshot over there, and we can go for this render video also. So that will be your task, guys. Please go for this render video and render a walkthrough and try it out. Okay, so this is all for today about this Enscape. So this is the most popular plugin of Revit to render a good quality walkthrough and good quality realistic image. So this is also a part of the BIM software. So that is all for today.